Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to make, I'm christening these lockdown loungewear shorts. Oh, I need to work on the name. I got the sewing machine out this week and I did a bit of construction. It was a good kind of learning curve for me as well because I normally dress make off like a pattern. But I decided to use an old pair of shorts as a template, and I'm going to show you how you can make your own lockdown loungy pants. The great thing about these is you can add in loads of elastic because we all know how we get a little bit chubby in lockdown. Anyway, I am going to get into the tutorial. We're going to make a pair of shorts. Pay attention if you can to the start because I will show you how I made a mistake when making mine and drafting a pattern, and hopefully you can sew along with me and make yourself some cozy loungy pants. I'm going to show you how to make your own pattern and loosely use an old pair of shorts that you like the shape of to make your own. But I also made a mistake and I want to share my mistake so you don't make it. So if you want to use your old shorts as a template, you just pop it down on some paper. Now I wanted to make mine wider and looser, and I also wanted to make them high-waisted. So this was the first pattern that I drafted and I wasn't happy with the fit, but I found out why. So essentially, to copy your old shorts, you're just gonna lay them down. You're gonna do a front piece and you're gonna trace around it, and you're just gonna add extra inches for seam allowance. I also just squared mine off, and then you're also going to fold them for the back panel. So the front and the back is not going to be the same. There's like a larger piece in the back. So this was my first draft at a pattern, and I actually made a pair of shorts from this pattern, and when I made it they came up too short, so they sat on the hip. And also this is my back panel. I didn't make this piece long enough, so it kind of, how would you say, my bum chewed it. My biggest tip is to draft up a pattern, use some pillowcase fabric, old sheets, scrap fabric to mock up a pair of shorts and see if you like a fit before you use your nice fancy fabric. So I tweaked the first pattern, and what I did was I added an extra like 8 inches to the top because I want these to be super high-waisted. So this is the front panel, and I'm going to cut this out and use this as my pattern. And for the back piece, I extended the crotch area. If you can see here, I have a longer crotch area because on the first pattern, this wasn't long enough, and it meant that my bum was chewing the shorts. So I extended this out, and also another tip, make sure that this is the same length on your back piece and the same length on your front piece. But you can trim off any like excess fabric. So I'm happy enough with this pattern. I'm going to cut it out and cut my fabric. Bear in mind what fabric you're going to use with your pattern. I'm using like a really flowy kind of silky fabric that has lots of movement. If I was making a cotton pair that was more stiffer, I would probably take in the pattern a little bit so there was a bit more structure. But because I know that this fabric is like really flowy, I have my pattern that bit wider. You'll see I'm actually using pins, but I realised that they were marking the fabric. So once I had my fabric cut out, I started using paper clips to pin the fabric together because I didn't want to mark my fabric. With the right sides of the fabric facing each other, you're going to do a line of stitching just where I'm showing you here. So clamp your fabric together, take it to the machine and do a straight line of stitching. You're going to do this on your back panels and your front panels. Don't forget to do a reverse stitch, start and finish. And you can iron out your seams when you're finished, and you can use an overlocker or a pinking shears to finish off the raw edge. We are now going to work on the crotch area. So I am placing the right sides of the fabrics together, and I'm just gently pinning the crotch area together. I'm just using clamps, you can use your sewing pins, and I'm going to do a stitch all the way across and this will be my crotch essentially. And don't forget to do a reverse stitch at the start and the finish, and you can finish it off with a shears or your overlocker. We're now going to stitch up the sides, so a line of stitching down both sides, reverse stitch at the start and finish off your raw edge, and also just press out them seams. That is just one little tip. I think things look handmade when people don't take the time to iron out the seams flat. You notice things just sit better when you iron them seams flat. So I want to show you my shorts. We've essentially made shorts. We're going to work on the waistband now, and that's going to bring it all in so that they're not a giant. So right now it looks like I've made a giant pair of shorts, but trust me, when we bring in the elastic on the waist, the reason why I've made these extra wide is so I get nice like pleats and flowing fabric, so that they're nice and loose and kind of like oversized. So the next thing we're going to do is the waistband and hem the legs, and then we have a pair of shorts. So let's measure for the waistband. So using a string of elastic, we are going to measure where I want the shorts to go. I'm actually wearing a pair of just high-waisted cycling shorts. So this is where I want my new pair to kind of sit. So I'm just going to simply take a bit of elastic. I'm going to pop it around, and we obviously want it to be nice and breathable, and we want it to come up over my thighs. So I think this amount of elastic is good. To make the waistband, I'm going to fold over about about an inch, and I'm going to press it down, and I'm going to do a line of stitching. So I'm going to do a straight line of stitching all the way around, fold it over. And then I'm going to fold it over again, and I'm going to make a casing for my elastic, and I'm going to leave a gap. So, because my elastic is quite thin, it's not thick elastic, you could use thick elastic. So we're going to fold over, iron in, and do a straight line of stitching. And then we're going to come back and we're going to fold again, but we're going to make a bigger casing. This is going to be the casing for the elastic, and we're going to stitch along here, and then I'm going to pop my elastic in. So hopefully you'll see as I'm doing it, it'll make sense. I've done a straight line of stitching. As you can see, the raw edges there, but it's okay because you're not going to see that. It's going to be folded into the casing, the waistband, so you're not going to see any of that raw edge, which is why I didn't do a double roll like you would for a hem. So I've done that. My elastic is quite thin, so like I'm gonna do probably like, what's that, 1.5 inches for mine. But if you had a thicker band of elastic, you would just make a bigger waistband. But I'm gonna do roughly like 1.5 inches. I'm gonna do from my pinky, yeah, to my knuckle. So I'll use my finger as a guide. I've just clamped and pressed my hem down. So what I'm going to do is I am going to stitch all the way around, but I'm going to leave a gap here, because we're going to leave that gap because we need that gap to thread our elastic through, and then we will have our waistband done. So I'm going to just stitch around, and then I'll have a gap in here for my elastic. So now you can see that instead of having a huge pair of shorts 5 minutes ago, we have a nice ruched high-waisted pair of shorts. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hem the legs, and I'm going to do Just a good old-fashioned fold in and fold over, and then we'll see what these look like on. I hope how I showed you how I made my shorts explained how you can make your shorts too. Just use like an old pair and just tweak the pattern. The key thing is do a draft. That's what I learned. I'm glad I did a draft before using, because I love this fabric. I love the flow of this fabric. A little bit harder to work with than like poly cotton, but so worth it. And what I love about the shorts I actually made, they're kind of like, I think you could call them skirts. So it kind of looks like a skirt. And when I put them on, I was like, these are going to be deadly for the bike during summer, because they obviously have like the crotch in them. And they're like a pair of shorts, but they look like a cute skirt. I think, like obviously today I have them with like I literally just flashed everybody my boobies there when I went like that. I have them teamed with, oh Lord. I have mine teamed with the cozy jumper today because hey, it's loungewear. But as I made these, I was like, these would be lovely in summer. Maybe a little floral top, blouse, something, and I would look so cute on my bike cycling in my skirts. We call them skirts. Let me know what you think. I'm also going to make some scrunchies out of scrap fabric, because I think a matching scrunchie in this fabric will be so nice. So I can have my little shorts, little scrunchie, so 90s. I'll pop a card to the video of how to make scrunchies. I had a scrap fabric video, I think like 2 or 3 uploads ago. I'll put a card here if you want to check that video out to get more like sewing ideas. So that is me for this week. You know the drill by now. Cheeky thumbs up, and I'll see you all in next week's video. Bye everyone.